Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Hockey on the Spot with Brandon Barenfeld. I'm Brandon Barenfeld. Thank you for joining me today. This is episode 112 of Hockey on the Spot. Today is not going to be a long video. Just want to go over a couple things. Mostly going to be playoff updates. But before that, just a couple of quick updates. The Carolina Hurricanes signed Justin Faulk to a 6-year, $29 million contract extension. Hurricanes pretty much done for the season, but this is a good future move. Justin Faulk's got a bomb from the point. He's their power play quarterback. He's going to be their power play quarterback for years to come. So great move by the Hurricanes for a very solid two-way defenseman. The date for the remainder of the Columbus Blue Jackets Dallas Stars game in Dallas has been confirmed. The makeup date for the remainder of that game will be April 9th, 2014. That is the day they will play the rest of that game. From where the game left off, the Blue Jackets held a 1-0 lead off Nathan Horton's fifth goal of the season. They'll probably pick up where they left off, but that was the same night that Dallas Stars forward Rich Peverley collapsed onto the ice. Best condolences to him, to a very well-respected player throughout the league. That's great news for the Stars, obviously. And again, the makeup date will be April 9th, 2014. They will play the remainder of that game. And for the Blue Jackets, that will be the start of a pretty much at this point 2.5 game road trip. Also, congratulations to the St. Louis Blues and the Boston Bruins for clinching the playoffs. For the Blues, they were able to clinch the playoffs because of how well Ryan Miller has played since the trade deadline, since joining the team. Since he joined the team, there was a stretch where they went 7-0-1. Then they lost two huge ones, 4-0 to the Chicago Blackhawks, and then 4-1 to the Philadelphia Flyers. Then they won yesterday against the Pittsburgh Penguins 1-0. Brian Elliott got the start for that one. So congratulations to the Blues on that aspect. And for the Boston Bruins, no team in the National Hockey League is hotter than the Boston Bruins right now. They are just playing stellar hockey right now. They absolutely are playing stellar hockey right now. And it's a great thing. It really is. But the Bruins, obviously, they won their last game. They beat the Phoenix Coyotes by a final score of 4-2. I believe they clinched against the Colorado Avalanche the other night. But the Bruins, they are just hot right now. They're winning because of strong goaltending by Tuukka Rask and their defense. Tuukka Rask, definitely a well-deserved candidate for the Vezina Trophy this year. If he wins it, then I will have no argument whatsoever. For tonight's action, we also have another couple teams that have the potential to clinch the playoffs tonight. The Anaheim Ducks and the San Jose Sharks. Both teams can clinch the playoffs tonight. The Ducks, they cannot get in without the Sharks getting in. The Sharks, under one circumstance, can get in without the Ducks getting in. The Sharks do play over the next 2 days. They play tonight at the Saddle Dome against the Calgary Flames. And then they play tomorrow night against the Edmonton Oilers at Rexall Place. The Ducks, they played last night, coming up with a big win by a final score of 6-2 over the Florida Panthers. The Sharks lost their last game, that was on Saturday, against the Washington Capitals 3-2 in a shootout. So they still got a point in that game to reach the 100-point mark. It was the first time the Caps beat the Sharks on the road in over 20 years. The last time the Caps got a win at the Shark Tank, October 20th, 1993. So congrats to the Caps in that regard, who are struggling to get in the playoffs, obviously. Antti Niemi, another goaltender who definitely could win the Vezina Trophy this year. He's another guy who also deserves it. It'll definitely come down to him and Tuukka Rask, and then possibly, Henrik Lundqvist, and you have to also figure Sergei Bobrovsky into the mix. So, we'll see. It's going to be a very interesting situation. And also maybe think about Marc-Andre Fleury as well. As always, when he's on the top of his game, he's one of the best in the world. But anyway, going back to the more important matters, the Ducks do not play again until Wednesday when they play the Calgary Flames at the Saddle Dome. But yeah, the Sharks again, they play for the next couple nights. Sharks won the last meeting between the two clubs at the Tank by a final score of 3-2. That definitely played a role as to why the Sharks are leading the division right now. But the clinching scenarios for both teams, let's start with the San Jose Sharks. They would clinch a berth in the Stanley Cup playoffs if either they get at least 1 point against the Calgary Flames tonight, or if the New York Rangers defeat the Phoenix Coyotes in regulation, or if the Winnipeg Jets defeat the Dallas Stars in regulation, or if both the Coyotes and the Stars lose in overtime or a shootout. So if one gets it to the overtime session, so does the other. That's pretty much the same situation with the Ducks, with the exception that they don't have a game tonight. For them to clinch the playoffs, they would need They also would need the Rangers to defeat the Coyotes in regulation, or the Jets to defeat the Stars in regulation, or both the Coyotes and the Stars to lose in overtime or a shootout. So that's how both of these two teams can clinch the playoffs tonight. Again, the Ducks. If the Ducks make it, the Sharks will also make it. The Sharks, however, can clinch without the Ducks clinching, just solely because they have a game tonight. So we will see what happens. And with that being said, that's pretty much all I really want to talk about today. That'll do it for episode 112 of Hockey on the Spot. I'm sure I will have another video or two before the playoffs begin. And if that is the case, which most likely will be, we'll just have more playoff updates. Until then, this has been Hockey on the Spot with Brandon Barenfeld. I'm Brandon Barenfeld. I will see you guys again soon. Thank you, and have a great day.